Hi folks, welcome back to my little English small garden. Last time I put an update was about 3 weeks ago, so I'm just going to walk around the garden, see how the plants are doing. It's looking very colourful indeed. Obviously this is where I sit there and watch the birds feed down the bottom. I've got about 5 feeders up there, which I brought about 6 bags of sunflower hearts peanuts yesterday, which cost me £45. So I'm just going to go around, have a quick look and see if you like my little garden. These geraniums are coming up really big. It's got lots of buds on this. And that's what it looks like when I sit down and watch the birds in the garden. And obviously the barbecue's there, which I have a barbecue nearly every night. I've got 3 robins, baby robins in the garden. They're chasing each other every second of the day. They're trying to be dominating each other, which one's going to have this garden as their territory. And I put mealworms down here for them. Again, the roses are coming up real nicely. You can hear the little robin. That's one of my favourite rows. It's got loads of buds coming up. It's got a fantastic scent, nicest smell. It's really growing big. My Laquat is producing more leaves, so it's looking healthy after pruning it every year. Hopefully I should get some flowers on it by November, but I won't get no fruits. And my strawberries are still going strong. Parsleys, dahlias, need to come and put a cane underneath these two. They flop every time they grow flower, they flop down. One of my favorite flowers, dahlias. Hydrangea, come out tonight, give it a feed. Hanging begonias. Need to water them every night. Grapes. The starling is having a good feed on these. I put some in a bag, like this one here, to protect it. Let's have a taste. I'm going to replace this next year because they're not really proper grapes. Bit sour, and they've got big seeds in them. And here are my bird feeders. And I put three boxes on this pergola. One there, one for the robins, and another one in here for the blue tits. I'll have to come and prune this grape as well. That's all they left me, just a couple of bunches. Here we are, see where they've been eating them. Again, I put a couple in there so that I can get the juice out and drink it. Originally I had my bird feeders down there, as you can see, a bird hanger, and I wasn't getting plenty of birds down there because I was sitting down there and they were scarce, so I put the bird feeders down here. I'm going to got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll fill them up, and this is the safest place for the blue tits finches. They can hide in the bushes, as you can hear the robin. There is one just flying by me, a blue tit. That's the blackbird. And this fig, it was getting out of control. I came down and I pruned it, so I got like goblet shape in the middle, and suddenly it starts producing a fig. So I should get some figs next year. Here we are. If I stand back a little bit further back, you'll see the blue tits. Must be about 20-30 of them all hiding in the trees and in the conifer. Okay, let's let them get on with it. This is my Mediterranean clementine. Let's see what he's doing. I've got some fruits on it, and there's quite a few on this. Very hard to see them. There's another one here. And if you look at the blood orange, that is doing really well. There is one or two. There's more on the other side. The color on this plant, all these are going to turn into purple flowers. Stands out, doesn't it? There's another fruit. Another one there. There's one there. There's a couple there. It's still a young plant, so I expect plenty of fruit next year. Yeah, there's another one there. I feed them once every 2 weeks with a citrus fertilizer, and in winter I put them in the shed here, stop them getting frostbitten. Let's have a look at the tomatoes. Some of them aren't ripened yet, but we've got beautiful weather now, so hopefully they should start getting ripe. There is beef tomatoes. Black tomatoes. They're getting ripe. You can tell when the white bit turns into a pinky or orangey color that is ripe, but I'm going to leave them a little bit longer on there. It's going up to 6 foot high. What's this one? I think it's Money Maker. Yeah, Money Maker. Starting to ripen. Maybe another week. That's my melon. I've got 3 of these growing in a pot. Don't need a greenhouse to grow melons in the UK. Parsley. I grew some parsley in there, and as soon as that almost finished, I planted the new batch in here. So when that grows a little bit more, I should start growing a new batch in that one. So I've got constant coriander. Or did I say parsley? Sorry, coriander. I love coriander in the salad. Let's have a look at the aubergines. Here's a nice aubergine. Then I've prickly. There should be 2 on there. There's the other one down there. That's another aubergine. And this is the other aubergine. This is another beef tomato. I bought this one accidentally. It's a bell pepper, but it's like a chili pepper. Here's another tomato plant. It's yielding a lot of tomatoes, but the skin is tough. So I won't be growing this again. Artichoke. I don't need the the fruit or the artichoke. I like it because it produces this beautiful, hairy, very light blue flower. That's my yellow pepper. Apricot tree. I prune this, hard prune, just like this one here, Avalon peach. Now this one hasn't come alive yet, but the Avalon peach is not as good as this apricot. That's an apricot as well, and that's a Saturn flat peach. But this Avalon is not coming to life. It shot up a couple of new shoots on there with leaves on it, but nothing on this side, so maybe it might come alive next year. So I'm going to leave it there and see what happens. But I did the same with the Saturn Peach, exactly like this one. And within a month it started to shoot branches and leaves, and within 2 months that's what it looks like. I had a good harvest from that one last year, about 3 months ago, which I put a video up. Apricots, delicious. And here's my runner beans, which I harvest every day, which give me about this plant here, it's giving me about 11-12 meals, and there's 2 of us, just that plant alone, and it's still got quite a lot on there. That's my Morello cherry tree, which again was pruned hard like that Avalon peach, and the reason why I done it was they had a disease. The leaves had hundreds of little holes in them, so I thought I'll take a risk and give them a hard prune for next year. And that's my Morello cherry. And these are my other tomatoes. Let's go in here, let's have a look at the cucumbers. That's my cucumbers. I must have got about 7 or 8 cucumbers from this already, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more on this, and it's still growing. Now coming back to that melon, I cut the tip off, and it's growing a new branch. Melons spread out like a wildfire, and it's still flowering, so I don't think I'm going to get any new melons on it because it's almost end of the season. I can't see any melons on here, or new grown melons, which I had to pollinate them by hand in order to get that growing. Unless you got lots of bees or insects in the garden, that's going to do the job for you. So I took the male and pollinated the female. I've done exactly the same with this one here. Another couple of weeks and that should be right. Let's see if this has got anything growing on it. Nope. Like I said, you don't need a greenhouse to grow melons in England. That's another melon, which this one I grow in the ground, and it's produced another little one here, which I doubt if that's going to grow. And that's my giant red tomato. And that grew from a seed from last year. I had, if you'll check out my video, last year I grew some massive big tomatoes, and some of the tomatoes fell on the ground and I didn't collect it, and that's from the seed. Let's see if it produces any tomatoes. And that one is a plum. All my fruit trees are semi-dwarf, If you want to get fruit trees into your garden, my advice is to get a semi-dwarf. There is a different type of cucumber. Let's have a look at the size of this. Massive. Again, I put a couple of videos up and measured them, and some of them came up to be 19 inches long. Massive cucumbers, and it's still producing flowers. This one is a small cucumber. This is my nectarine tree, which I was growing in a pot last year. I had it for about 5 years growing in a pot, so I decided to put it into the ground. Again, this other disease, I pruned this hard, and look how beautiful that looks now. And it's produced some fruit, but I don't think them fruit's going to be good this year. Hopefully it should produce some fruit next year, edible fruit, but it's looking nice and healthy. And the other point I like to make is I tried neem oil on these fruit trees. A couple of them are the peach leaf curl, aphids. Neem oil didn't work, so I tried other homemade pest controllers. They didn't work, so I ordered the copper spray, and it's done the trick. And these are my corn. They're looking nice and healthy and getting to be ripe to be picked and have it boiled or barbecued. So I shall pick a couple tonight and have it boiled or barbecued. Another bit of advice: when you are planting corn, keep them about 1.5 to 2 foot apart. Otherwise, if you plant them like I did, which I haven't got the space, so I thought I'll be clever and do it, and it didn't work. You're only going to get 1 fruit on each one, same as this one. 1 fruit on each one. But when you plant them about 2 foot or wider apart, you're going to get about 3 to 4 corn on each one, and a big corns. Now I'm not going to walk around the whole garden because so much to see. Even at the front I've got some olive trees, which they got olives on it. I should do that next time. And I've got mints, 3 different varieties of mints down there. If you're not careful with mints, they take over the whole place, like what it's doing here. But I like mint. Lovely. The good thing about mint is if you want to put it into your salad, or if you've got a cold or flu, you can cut the leaves, boil it, take the leaves out and drink it. It's good for cold and flu. That's my jasmine. I pruned it last week. Hopefully it should start producing flowers within a couple of weeks. That's the problem with honeysuckles. You've got to keep them under control. If you put them against the wall, they keep climbing up and sticking to the wall and trying to get into the gutters. It's like wisteria, which is at the front. I had to go and put a trellis out here and train it to go across. Otherwise it would come in here and take over the little roof here, and then I would have a problem getting them off. As you can see, it's trying to come up and go on the outside, so I should go out there and cut that off later on. it would damage the tiles, roof tiles. Right, now I'm gonna go in and do a test how to kill weeds. I saw a video of someone using a vinegar and salt, and I googled it and I asked what's the best homemade weed killer, and they said use vinegar and salt and washing up liquid. So I'm going to come out and experiment, because I went to shopping with the missus yesterday and I got a big bottle of white vinegar. So I'm going to come out and test it on these weeds, because every time I rake my patch here, which this is the only patch I'm allowed to have in the garden, Mrs. said, no, you're not touching anywhere else, this is your section. Yes, so every time I rake it to aerate the soil, when I put fertilizers in there, I'm getting a constant growth of weeds. So I'm getting fed up with it. So I'm going to come out here and do that concoction, wet vinegar, salt and washing up liquid, and spray them and see if it works. They said do it when it's a hot day, and today is a hot day. As you can see, look, it's full of weeds. And I done this last week. It was spotless. And next year I'm going to grow everything in the pots like these ones here, big pots like this, so that I don't have to do weeding. I just come and spray the weeds without affecting the plants. Right, thank you for watching, folks. I'll see you next time.